Maybe I smoked something. Shaggy, what did you give me?
My beautiful wife, and she's great, and I love her.
Okay, I'm just gonna remove it so it stops doing that.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast. The Oddcast proudly presents episode 305. It's a JAMI Party. I'm your intro man, Maverick.
And I was born on a Sunday, Jared Mickheim.
It's a good one. So Anthony's gone, as maybe previously noted. I'm not entirely sure what's all come out in the time. It's between me and Jared have recorded a lot this past week because I was house sitting up north. So there's some bonus episodes that are coming out of some horrible movies that Jared made me watch, all with themes of reptilian monsters and dead and or divorced parents. So
it's a lot of divorced parents.
yeah. Well, there's gonna be one more, but Jared got sick and I had a migraine from hell. So also I couldn't find any drugs up there because apparently they don't have any aspirin or anything. So it was just like to the point where like I think I might have punched myself in the eye. We'll get into it because I have a whole thing about me house sitting and dog sitting. But yeah, welcome back. It's a JAMI Party. It's a Jared and Mike internet extravaganza. It's a JAMI. So it's just me and Jared yet again. We've talked a lot this week, so this is an actual episode though, so it might be a little bit weirder.
It might get a bit topic.
I got some talking points that we can get into, but I just wanted to see if you wanted to say anything. Happy belated birthday, Jared. I know that the episode came out on your birthday. What, 302? 304. 304. So this is a week or so after, but happy belated birthday. I did tell Jared that I did get him a birthday gift. It is the VHS tape of Star Kid for when he gets back into the States. Like I got Anthony. Fucking wild, right? What a gift.
Who the hell knows?
Maybe a cartoon monkey's gonna beat you over the head with a monkey wrench, and you need to go to work tomorrow and just need to recover. But you need the W energy. That's what you need. The only way you're gonna get through. I don't remember what the nightmare juice is called, but if W's smart, they should try to get that and make it a fucking flavor. TM, TM, TM. You owe me for that one. Actually, no, you could have that one for free.
So yeah, go on over to W, show us some love. That's cute.
You'll have something else, obviously, because that was trash that I picked through to find. So I'm not just gonna give you someone's discarded VHS tapes. But yeah,
it's even funnier for any of you at home because we have a Star Kid episode that'll come after this episode's out.
Yeah, eventually.
Welcome back to the show.
I'm dog tired. I'm sure Jared's dog tired, so it's gonna be a weird energy as always. But
there's been some things that happened since our last recording that I've just been keeping track of. I also have some of my own things that I've been holding on to all week, and it got made worse. So
sure.
It's gonna be an interesting show.
It's gonna be event session today, guys. This is Jared's therapy. Here we go. But Jared, what's the first topic?
Before too much crazy stuff, I had something that was brought up to me by people on TikTok, TikTok, and you are my resident person for all of this. So sure. I need you.
Is it Jojo Siwa? Do you need your resident Jojo Siwa expert to come in? Because I got thoughts on that bitch too right now. So,
no, actually, this is something that's Hasbro bought back Power Rangers and are doing an R-rated Netflix series, from what I'm being told.
So you're incorrect because there are two things happening kind of simultaneously at this, right? Hasbro still
my God.
doesn't have the rights. But do you know who does have the rights?
The last we had ever talked, I thought you said Playmates bought all their stuff.
Playmates bought the toy rights, but do you know?
Yeah.
I have lots of fidgety Eevee toys too. So, but do you know who
See
bought
that.
the production rights?
See, that I didn't know. And people were arguing with me that Hasbro had bought it back and that I was an idiot. And I was like, pretty sure they sold it all, but all right.
They did. Disney. Disney.
Okay,
again,
so
has
yeah,
the
I'm
rights.
not the asshole. You
No,
people on
no.
TikTok are the asshole.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
what I was
In
talking about.
In fact, it's funny. It's because you were sick, and so like we didn't. This like literally after we got done recording the Star Kid episode, that came second, right? Yeah, the Star Kid
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
on Tuesday. That morning, Wednesday morning, broke that Disney Plus or Disney is moving production to Power Rangers to London to start production early 2026. So yeah, it's.
See,
I
now with
think that's
that,
what I said. Now you're gonna make me fucking look it up because I didn't have that note because I don't care.
but now with that, being on Disney, people were like, I was getting called a complete idiot because I argued that Hasbro didn't have the rights, and I got attacked by like 5 different people in the comments that I was an idiot. If it's going to Disney, that doesn't seem like it would be R-rated. That seems like they're just making a different season. Not like we're making an edgier... Like, no, that just sounds like Disney's trying to make a new Power Rangers for themselves, not what you guys are saying.
Give me 1 second to just double check to make sure that I have it correct. So...
I swear to God, I swear to God, y'all attacked me, and it seems like I was not wrong at all. So fuck all of you.
There was rumor going around that was going to happen, that eventually I gotta fucking find this shit. Hang on, I actually gotta go to Google. Jesus Christ. How sad is that when you can't find shit on Twitter?
Oh, this is where we're at.
Yep.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah. Okay, so Face Power Rangers. It is going to be... I don't fucking know. I'll find it eventually. But yeah, I thought it was Disney that...
See, I know you had said that Hasbro had sold rights, because even as I put when I was saying my shit was Hasbro didn't see it as anything making them money, so they sold everything about it.
Reports on social media indicate that Power Rangers Disney Plus reboot is planned to begin filming in London in January 2026. Old production company was New Zealand that moved there in 2012 or 2002, midway through Wild Force, and then up until this current, when everything kind of stopped being, it's all that. So now it's going to London through Disney Plus. There was plans years ago about an R-rated reboot on Netflix, but it never came to any fruition, because here's the thing about Power Ranger fans.
As well?
It's much like G1 Transformers fans, and if Onrefny and Anthony were here, he would attest to this, where like fans of Power Rangers, if it's not Mighty Morphin, they don't give a fuck. If it's not Mighty Morphin through basically in space, they do not give a shit. Specifically the first 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin, you could reboot that as R-rated, and only certain people. The thing is, as an elder millennial, it's fine, right? You can enjoy shit from your past. However, that TV show is for kids. No, I'm not talking about the Sentai equivalent, right? Sentai, Kamen Rider, all those things, any kind of tokusatsu, that can be for adults as well. However, Power Rangers is for children. And so it makes sense that Disney still has those rights, because Disney for the longest time had those rights for streaming until they just started, until Power Rangers brought it back and just started putting everything up on YouTube. So it makes sense that all new seasons would go to Disney. So it doesn't matter. It's going to be shit. I'll say it right now. It's going to be subpar.
It'll be terrible.
The issue with Power Rangers, and this goes to one of my favorite podcasts, which is Ranger Danger. It's an Australian-based podcast that I listen to, and they've been burning through all of Power Rangers in a rewatch. It's why I originally started the worst nostalgia trip ever taken, was to try to get on their podcast as a guest. Never came to fruition, and Matt and Michael, absolutely, I would happily come on, even though you're in Australia and it's like a 14-hour time difference or whatever. I would gladly stay up all hours of the day and night to be on your podcast and watch Power Rangers with you guys. They don't know how to write TV. Power Rangers is Monster of the Week. And the issue with live action Monster of the Week is it doesn't lead to episodic. It doesn't lead to syndication, right? You know why Scooby-Doo could get away with Monster of the Week? Because fucking animated. You can suspend disbelief. It's fine. Fair. Right? It's not. It's just, listen. I probably won't watch it. I probably won't. And that's fine. Because again, I will be 35 when it comes out. And sometimes you don't need to watch the new things. You can just enjoy the nostalgia of the past, right? That is basically my whole reason for being on these podcasts. So, yeah, it's Disney Plus. Yeah. It's not Netflix. Netflix was never going to do it. Here's the thing. The fact that anything's actually having any kind of leeway is fine. If it actually pulls through and actually gets made, we'll be astonished, because the reason Power Rangers worked for the longest time is because it was using all the Sentai footage, right? It's super easy to make a really successful, cheap TV show when half of the work is done for you. Like, it's really easy to make a TV show when the TV show cost $4. So,
yeah, there's not really a whole lot of pressure at that point.
Right? No, exactly.
Well, that was just at least Maverick was able to clarify. So all you people on TikTok can eat my ass and stop being so mean.
Fucking knock off. Again, those are those Mighty Morphin people that I was talking about too. The MMPR G1ers. Tommy was the best. I loved Jason. Everything kind of went to hell when they gave when they made a black Red Ranger. That's when things went to hell. TJ should have never been the leader. Sorry. Fucking trolls. Now, I won't watch that reboot, but you know which reboot I will watch, Jared?
What's that?
The King of the Hill reboot. It looks so fucking good.
I was just about to say, there was also the King of the Hill trailer. I feel the same. I was skeptical of what they would do, and the trailer showed me like, oh no, it is. He hasn't changed really anything about this show. It's still just gonna be Hank. I'm okay with this.
So many good jokes in that trailer, from like the get-go, where like Bobby has a new girlfriend, and she's a vegan, and Peggy goes, "Well, what am I supposed to serve her?" And Hank goes, "Grass on a plate." Perfect, so good. And then when they get out of the Uber and they go 5 stars, and Hank goes, "I'm going to give you 4 to give stars, because you always something to work towards." And then Peggy goes, "I've been told I've been a 5 many times," and I'm just like, "Oh my god, it's so good."
It had me. That little opening in there killed me. It's like, okay.
And I know the voice actor for Dale died, and the person they have now is doing a good job. It's just not Dale, and so much in the same way with the Futurama when it was brought back, how Leo Wong, Amy's father, was recast because the original actor died. It kind of takes you out of it for a minute. I'll get past it, but
I will
like,
too. Yeah.
it's just Hank's been in the Middle East now for like what 15 years or whatever it was to work on their nest egg is how they're hand waving it off. But also, there are certain things how does he not know about IPAs? I mean, I guess Saudi Arabia is probably a dry country, so that makes sense. But like, I don't know how they're gonna do all of this stuff. It's real ambitious. I'm looking forward to it, but
I look forward to it. I'm not sure how they're gonna pull off all this stuff either, because they're definitely delving into ideas that have come and gone since King of the Hill ended, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they try to bring that up now.
Right, much in the same way how South Park used to do that 10 days to air or whatever, and so like they would try to be very topical. Some of the stuff that they are trying to reference is now out of the zeitgeist of common culture, much in the same way with like when the Animaniacs, when they did that one reboot season forever ago, and they weren't sure who was going to win the whatever 2020 presidential election or whatever it was, so they did. It's just culture and news cycles move so fast. I don't know how you're going to stay as relevant as you are. I have high hopes for it because I really enjoy King of the Hill, but I don't know.
See, and even to make the same point, much like what with the election shit, South Park did the same thing with the last season that they were able to make, because they were like, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna leave it on a. If it does, then we can play with it. But if not, then no big deal.
The John McCain Obama one, where like they had to rush it at the very end because Obama won, and they didn't know what the ending was going to be. So
yeah,
that's fine.
I think King of the Hill will turn out fine. From what I was seeing, it doesn't look like it's something that's going to be terrible to watch through.
No.
I hope not. I really hope not, because like I'm somebody like I watched through all when Beavis and Butthead came back, and if he can do it like that, we'll be fine, because he didn't change anything about that either. It was just the same thing. He just updated how it looked, and that was it. So I'm hoping he pulls off the same deal here.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of TV still, I don't know how I feel about this one.
Oh no.
But Scrubs is now also getting a reboot.
I was gonna bring this up, but I wasn't sure any of us gave a shit.
So here's the thing: Scrubs, when I was in college, was a comfort show because I really liked Zach Braff. And y'all remember that he tried to have a show where he started his own podcasting company and it failed miserably, or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And he's trying to stay relevant with the T-Mobile commercials and things like that. Now, I'm not shitting on Zach Braff. I love Zach Braff, and I love Chicken Little, which is another one of those that I'm going to bring up every time. And since we've brought it up many a times, and he dated the future Mrs. Kennedy there for a while, but they're no longer together, so that's fine. But I don't think I need it, because they kind of screwed the pooch in the last season where they made it about Franco and the other blonde and the famous Jet Jackson. So, where they became a school. And so, yeah, I don't know where they're going to pick up from or what.
From what I have gathered on what they've said about this, that whole idea sounds like is where it's coming back to.
The school or no?
Kind of like that, because from what I read, it's the younger generation coming in and the original characters coming back to be the people who are teaching the new interns how to be nurses. And I was like, ugh. Boo. Yeah. It's like, that doesn't sound like an idea that's going to go well. With anybody who comes back, it's going to be us who watch the original one. We're going to want to only see the original characters, just maybe like a one season, what's going on, not a whole new series with young people and them then just in the background.
Boo.
All the booing is accurate.
I don't need it. I really don't.
It's not a show I need to come back.
I loved Scrubs while I was in college. Like I said, it was very much a comfort show.
I don't need it to come back. Not like
I don't know if I really enjoyed it or if I really just like the chick who played Elliot, and I thought she was super hot, and that's what kind of enthralled me and made me really like easy blonde women. So
now,
yeah,
that's a fair point.
I know, that's why I said it.
There were a few like really attractive women who were on that show. So as growing up, definitely
more than a few,
definitely was a factor. Wow, yeah, so that was the thing.
Sure was.
Fucking Scrubs of all the shows.
I know of all the things. And what is it? What's it? Is it Faizan? What's his Daniel? Is that the Turk who plays Turk? The African American. Daniel Faizan. Daniel Faizan or whatever. Yeah. I'm excited because like he's not been in a whole lot recently. But again, is Scrubs? Do I really need Scrubs? Is there a lack of? Are Doctor shows coming back? Yeah, he was going to be Professor Plutonium. I'm not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Which it's a wild fucking choice, but we're not going to talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, is there a lack of doctor shows? Is that what, like there's still ER? Is Grey's Anatomy still going?
Is Good Doctor still going, or did they end that?
No, Good Doctor just ended. Yeah, the autistic kid is ended.
Oh, so yeah, there's a doctor opening. Unless you want to watch 911.
Fucking Hugh Laurie's not coming back. He's like, I'm fucking done with that bullshit house. Took up too much time. My whole life wasted.
Yeah, I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, let me prepare to hear one of the most frustrating tales you've ever heard in your entire life, ladies and gentlemen. You think you've had bad days. You think you've dealt with the worst possible governmental building you've ever seen in your entire life. Let me tell you what.
I have no idea where this is going. I know Jared was frustrated earlier, but I have no idea where this story is going this first time. This is an Oddcast exclusive. He hasn't told anyone anything yet, so here we go.
Let me tell you, Guam will take that expectation and tell you to hold its beer. So I need to get my license renewed because of my birthday, my license expired. I had not done it. I had not done it because I knew it was going to expire, and I've heard Maverick talk about before that when it comes to the expiration, at times they'll just tell you, wait till it actually expires, because if I renew it now, then the date stays the same, blah, blah. So in my mind, I'm like, I'll wait till then, so then I know that it's renewed.
Yep.
Fuck Guam.
Okay.
First off...
be careful. You're still on that island, so I'd be careful.
First off, if you look up the DMV, it'll take you to a specific location. And to get to that location I was white knuckle gripped on my steering wheel driving because it's a tiny road that the lanes are just barely big enough for your car. I had to take the right, so I was just white knuckle, anxiety gripped, just focused on the road because next to me were two giant semis who were passing by me to go even further. And I went, these lanes are barely big enough for this car. If they, for whatever reason, decided I'm going to swerve a tiny bit, they will literally crush my ass because there's no room for any mistakes driving on this fucking throughway. This is bullshit. I hate this. No wonder Sergeant Redacted said, "You're not prepared to drive to that place." And I didn't understand until I was in that moment of like, oh, this road is fucking horrible. So that's not even the worst part. So we get through that. I get to the building. As I park and I look around, I see a building that's basically an IRS where it's like, here's where your taxes and blah, blah, blah building. And I'm like, okay. There's one that says vehicle registration. And I go, I assume that's the one. As I walk up, there's like 5 people who work there who are all out on their smoke break doing whatever. And I was like, hey guys, I'm new to the island. I've never been here before. My buddy said this is the building to go to, but I'm not seeing something that says licenses or IDs. Where do I have to go? They were very, very nice. As is the thing on Guam, people are just very nice. So they pull up my GPS and he's like, oh no, you want this. And he like pins 15 minutes up the road. And I go, okay. He goes, this building is only car registration and your vehicle things. And I was like, that makes
so
sense.
Confused. No, it doesn't.
Oh, yes. Oh,
no, hang on. Jared, it doesn't make sense because there can't be that many fucking vehicles on this goddamn island where they need a whole fucking building just for vehicles and 4 people working it.
To clarify for everyone at home, the island in total is only like 30 some miles long.
Yeah.
To get from here just down to the store with traffic will take you 20 minutes.
Yep.
For something that if I were back home and it was the same distance, it'd be like a 5-minute drive. It's like 15, 20 minutes. Because there's an ungodly amount of people on this island. There's more people on this island than you will ever fucking see in your normal day-to-day life. It is insane.
True. Very true.
There's also a lot of soldiers, so that doesn't help either. Which there's even more coming, so yay. But anyway, so the guy explains, this building is only stuff for your vehicle, and I was like, that makes sense why my friend thought this was the building. He's military, so like he's not required to change his ID because he could move off island anytime as long as he has his military ID. Right. But he had to register a car. So it makes sense he thought this was the building. And the guy goes, yeah, people do it all the time if they're not from here. The building you want is 15 minutes up the road, but you're going to want to try to do it. Have you tried to do anything online? And that immediately I went, what do you mean? He goes, everyone tries not to go to that building because to do anything in that building is impossible. You're better off getting online and seeing if you can do it that way. And I went, well, I'm not renewing. I have to change my license over. I don't think that's an option online. They're like, all 5 of the people, I would double check. And I went, that's not like bad. That's not an omen or anything. Well, I don't understand.
Right.
Before I leave, the guy literally grabs my arm a little bit and he's like, no, seriously, like people will camp out that building overnight to get the shit that they need done because licenses and IDs on this island are everyone wants one. I would try to do anything but go to that building, but best of luck. And I went, great. And in my mind, now mind everybody, I'm used to back home where if I go to the DMV to get a license, it takes me, in my experience, has been like 40 minutes to an hour at most, where like I have to wait, I sign papers, picture, done.
Yep.
That is not what happened. So I drive 15 minutes up the road, and then I'm immediately made mad at where the building is, because I knew where that fucking building was, and I remember specifically telling Sergeant Redacted, like, hey, I think I remember somebody telling us that they changed what this building was going to be back in June. And he had gone, no, this is the building. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that they had said, but okay, whatever.
I need to interject just real quick. You tried to listen to your husband for directions? That's not even. Everyone knows relationship 101. You don't listen to the husband for directions.
So, I get to the tax and services revenue, which that building is just a treasury as they handle death certificates, birth certificates, land like deeds and shit like that. Anything paperwork wise runs through this fucking building. They are 8 to 5. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, it's only like 10:30. They've barely been open. Hopefully it's not super, super busy yet. I get in there. There's a guy in front of me. And immediately, the guy in front of me gets told, yeah, you're going to want this application and this here. We're out of tickets for the day. So you're going to want to try again tomorrow morning. And I get up and I talk to the guy and I explain I'm new. This is what I need to do. Is this the right place? For the love of God. I get told the same thing, which is, again, they opened at 8. It is only like 10 o'clock in the morning. He goes, yeah, we're out of tickets to serve anyone about that specific department today. Here's your paperwork. Try again. You're going to want to be back as early as possible tomorrow so you can try to get in and get that done. And I went, is it possible to do it online? And he goes, the website has a lot of issues. You're going to want to just be in person. And I went, you know what? Whatever. So I went home. I looked over the paperwork. First of all, I tried online 5 times. Every fucking time, it gives me an error code and crashes out, and it won't let me schedule an appointment. So I can't get it to go online to even set a fucking appointment. And then I'm looking over the paperwork, and I learned, and I had to talk to Sergeant Redacted when I picked him up from the fucking airport. I went, hey, so fun news, buddy. So, like, my license is expired, which is a whole other problem we're going to have to deal with. But also, you're going to have to go with me when I do this. And he goes, what? And I go, yeah, there's a second piece of paper called surrendering my license. So, it's not like back home where they'll just staple, this is your temporary. No. They're taking my license. And I will have no license until they send me a new one. And this little piece of paper is to surrender said license and who's the one who's going to drive me home. So it's probably a good thing I didn't get in there while you were gone, because I don't think they would have let me drive home otherwise. It's not like back home because they're handling multiple countries. So that's just not a thing here. So now that's my whole thing is, if the DMV is hell, whatever the fuck is here on Guam is even worse. So be glad you don't have to deal with that. Oh, 8 to 5 for the building? For licenses and IDs, it's only 8 to 2.
Yeah, well,
So-
it doesn't even seem like they get to 2. So
yeah, they don't.
seems like they get very, very short.
So, yeah, so at some point, me and Redactor are going to have to wake up at 5 a.m., to drive out there and wait for hours, and then hope that we can beat the crowd that is already developed out of the building to get in and get all that done. Which I need to get done in order to leave the fucking island, so it's just great.
Yeah. Because you got to get the enhanced license, right? What about getting a passport? Would a passport be easier at this point?
Same building.
But is it same paperwork? Different paperwork.
Probably different paperwork, but it would be the same.
You should also get that paperwork. You should make sure you at least get that process started when you go as well, like just to make sure. Like we want to make sure you can. I would hate for you to be stranded on Guam, sir. I mean, it's a tropical island, but like last thing we need.
And there's still, and for everyone who's been dying to hear what was going to happen, there's still no move orders, which might be a bad sign. Means we might not be. We don't know.
Are you gonna stay in Guam? Are you guys gonna be in Guam for another 4 years?
It is possible that could happen, as so far from what Sergeant Redacted has informed me, everyone else he knows that had move orders are either waiting like he is, which they all should have gotten them by now. So everyone is on edge of what's going on. People who did get them were told, yeah, you're not moving. It's too expensive to move you. Another 2-year tour for you. So now it's, are we going to get the another 2 years, or are we actually going to move? We don't know.
It makes sense.
We'll find out. It's because they cut all the budgets. Isn't things fun?
Isn't bureaucracy just the best?
It's just great.
Turns out they don't care about any actual servicemen that aren't literally having guns in their hand and deployed on missions. Like, I'm sure Redacted's job's important, but he doesn't fire a gun at commies and or terrorists. So
no, he just makes sure that the rest of them know how to do that.
Yeah, but that's not the same. So it doesn't bother him.
Well, he also does other stuff. I mean,
yeah, paperwork.
Technically,
lots and lots of paperwork.
Technically, he saved them a ton of money recently, doing an ungodly amount of paperwork that drove him insane. But he just saved him a shit ton of money, and I think he's still getting an award for that one.
That money wasn't there to begin with anyway, so it's a zero net sum game, if we're being honest. Like, I just saved the military $1 million. That's okay. We didn't have that money anyway, so
didn't
really save us anything.
Oh, thank God you saved us so much money. And then, well...
This is one less thing we got to relocate the budget for when everything goes to hell. Oh, great. Now we don't need to show our math in this and have to hide it in the books somewhere. It's just one less asterisk in the accounting that we need to account for. So go for Redacted.
Did you have any other news things that you wanted the people to...
Everyone,
I wasn't sure what you had for...
Two things. One, I just want to warn everyone that today is July 11th. And today in New Tech City, Doggy Kruger from the SPD gets a message from 15 years into the future letting us know that today the Trubian Empire invaded and SPD fell and the galaxy is in danger.
What?
So Anthony sent me a GIF today, and Doggy Kruger is the mentor for Power Rangers SPD. And for those of you that don't know, SPD is set in the year 2025, and there is an episode called Messenger. And in this episode, Boom, who is a scientific research officer, finds a way to get radio signals from the future. And he picks up a radio transmission from July 11th, 2040 or something like that. And it's the 15-year anniversary of when the Trubian Empire, led by Emperor Grum, invaded Earth, SPD fell, and left the galaxy in turmoil and defenseless. So, that's all. It's just a stupid thing from a Power Rangers SPD. So, that's all. Was nothing.
All right. That's something I wasn't fully aware of.
Number two. I have to, and this, I'm going to preface this by saying that, Jared, this in particular moment needs to be clipped and put on the TikTok. Right. Okay? Right. I need to issue a formal apology to Alex, friend of the show, because when we were talking last week about getting a spokesperson for the Oddcast network and talked about getting your sister, she got very upset with me that I did not mention her, and I had to justify it. I was like, did you listen to the full thing? Because I did at one point say 3s and above, please apply. So like, I was really just throwing it out there. And I also said theys and thems, please. So like, I didn't mean offense by it. but this is my formal apology on TikTok to Alex for not suggesting she be the face of the Oddcast Network, at which point I also said, do you really want to be associated with this show?
Yes,
like, if you're not doing anything for your street cred, that's for sure. So
No.
please clip that and put it on the TikTok, Jared, because I had to. She's like, really? My name wasn't even brought up at all. Like, I didn't think that. I guess I wasn't thinking at all. I know this was not. You should want to be. Nobody should want to be the face of the Oddcast Network. We're just asking people to apply. Like, I'm sorry. Like, why would
I can't believe
I don't even want to be the face of the Oddcast Network. So. I killed Jared with that one. He wasn't expecting it. He had no idea where that was going at all. I did not talk to him about that beforehand. I think I can find the TikTok messages. Hang on. Let me read it verbatim. You don't have to clip this part, but I wanted to make sure it was out there. So she sent me the clip. She sent me the clip, and it's just a picture of like your sister. It's the part where it's frozen. It's your sister at like a party, and she's like, I wasn't even an option? Wow. And I was like, I didn't think you'd want to degrade yourself. Also, outside of mentions, I would never ask anyone to do anything for the show that I didn't feel comfortable with. And she says, I degrade myself often. You've seen my ex. And I said, fair, but the face of the Oddcast is not something I think you would want. Also, I do go on to be very mean about 3s and above applying. And that's where the conversation ended. So I just again wanted to issue my formal apology. Because I didn't realize that she paid attention that close to the stupid podcast sometimes. So, but yeah, so that's my formal apology.
So on that note, I
I got one more thing, but please continue.
On that note, I just want to say, if I saw Alex with the pictures that come up, so here's the thing, guys. Like a good brother, I follow my sister on social medias simply because, like, we don't talk a whole lot, but I try to keep in contact.
Right.
Let me tell you, when I open Facebook and Instagram, and I'm met with story and just picture, she has her own modeling thing, so she has a lot of pictures and things that get posted. Now, if those pictures were Alex, I'd be like, okay, all right, like, wouldn't bother me. But it's my sister, and I'm like, I don't know why she posts that for, like, everyone, because, like, you have so many family on here, and none of us need to see that. I get you're going to post it for your own stuff, but you could make it so that we can't see it, and that would be great. That would be great if you just made it so we don't see it, because we don't need to see it.
Correct.
Although Sergeant Redacted does, according to him,
and that's fine.
Him.
That's his prerogative, and if that's what he needs
know.
to get through the day, that's what he needs to get through the day. But yeah, that was so. Again,
but hearing Alex,
sorry. I'm sorry. Also, you don't want to be the face of the Oddcast Network. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, no, Alex, I wouldn't let you degrade
well.
yourself like that.
It doesn't pay well. I know. I've been doing this show for how many years? And besides Jared getting free shit from like Fume and a few other things, we have not a whole lot of money to go around. So the 4 cents a week we make, Jared needs more than we do. So
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's why I said it. But yeah, so But my last bit of news is the snack wrap is back here in the States. I don't know if you got a McDonald's on Guam, but the
There's
snack
too
wrap
many.
the snack wrap came back, and I don't know if you guys have the snack wrap yet.
Yeah, I saw the crispy Mc strips or whatever the hell they are, and I
Yep.
was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, snack wraps here."
Yep. So it's not the same.
No,
It's not the same. So I don't know if I've talked on this podcast.
I don't
We
think so.
love Chef Mike, right? We love Chef Mike. Shout out Chef Mike. He is a former McDonald's chef. He helped do the buttermilk crispy chicken, and so that was one of the better sandwiches that they had. And then the chicken selects, when they went away, that's kind of when the McWraps went away,
Yeah.
because it wasn't worth using a half a piece of crispy chicken. The new chicken selects, sorry, the crispy chicken McChicken. What the fuck are they called? McCrispy strips. Thank you.
Yeah, McCrispy. Yeah.
Yep. Have you had them yet, Jared?
I have not. No, I saw them on a
They
sign last
are-
night driving home, but I haven't tried it.
They are the most mid chicken tender that has ever existed. And I, as an autistic 35-year-old who really enjoys chicken tenders and
Oh,
consider
yes.
myself somewhat of an expert on chicken tenders, speak with full authority and with my whole chest and one of my nuts to say fucking mid. They
Really?
are flavorless, and they
Wow,
have hang on, they have big chicken energy. When I say they have big chicken energy, do you know what I mean? And it's okay if you don't, because I think you
don't.
do. So do you ever like go to like a restaurant or like fast food that isn't McDonald's, and they give you like a piece of like deep fried chicken on a sandwich, but like
Yeah.
you bite into it and it's stringy and it's got weird tendons and it doesn't chew right?
Yeah.
And it's like they just mushed a piece of chicken, and sometimes it's not really cooked all the way through. That is what I mean when I say big chicken energy. It is not a good tender. The last time because I was like, oh, I'm gonna try them, and I got whatever the smallest one is. I bit into it. To tell you that it subjugated itself like it was pre-cut, it's not an exaggeration. I bit into it. It fell off at a different spot to where I bit. The middle piece fell onto my ground on the floor of my car, leaving me with a little piece in my hand. And at that, I was like, these are bad chicken tenders. It's just the way they're processed, right? And that's fine, but they are not a chicken select. They are also not crispy, right? They have like the panko. Hang on. Don't interrupt me when I'm on a rant. So you know how the chicken selects had like a good like crisp and a crunch?
Mm-hmm.
Picture these are like oven baked. You know when you oven bake something and it's not crispy? It's crispy, but it's not crispy and crunchy. It's like soft because it's not fried, it's oven baked. Like a fish stick where you want it to be better than it is and it's not. That's what a McCrispy strip is. They also only have two flavors of the snack wrap, right? They have ranch, because obviously they have ranch. But here's the thing. I say obviously they have it. I don't know why they have ranch. None of their other sandwiches require ranch. They had to bring back ranch for this because they don't have salads, which means they also don't have grilled chicken. So you can only get them with the strips. And that's fine, but it's bad. And then they have ranch. And do you know what the fucking Jared, do you know what the other flavor is?
No, because I can't imagine it's the one that people wanted.
It's spicy. Not buffalo, not like chipotle, not honey mustard, but spicy. And do you know what the sauce is? It's
Some
just a
bullshit.
spicy sauce, and it's also the sauce they're putting on their new breakfast sandwiches to make their spicy breakfast sandwiches. Because here's the thing, good on them. That's exactly how you would want to do that. If you're going to introduce a sauce, put it on as much shit as possible to make sure that the cost outweighs like the profit that you're the profit outweighs the cost of the sauce. That's fine. Also, they had to bring back the 3 cheese blend because, again, nothing requires the 3 cheese blend.
Yeah.
They had the shredded lettuce because of Big Macs, and so that was really it. And, like, people are reviewing them online, and they're like, I feel so bad. I do, because you and me, we've worked at McDonald's, right? And so we understand.
Yeah.
When a new product is popular or very nostalgic, like the McRib or the chicken selects, when you like, I'll take a 10-piece and all that, or like when like McDoubles go on sale and large drinks, and so we've all been there. I follow a dude because he's like he's currently a McDonald's like manager, and God bless him, he's like, y'all are fucking crazy.
Thank God.
These fucking snack wraps aren't even that good. And y'all coming through drive-thru ordering 7 and 8 at a time. Fucking why? It's not worth it. So like
They don't even have a good flavor.
They're not good. They weren't good before. Here's the thing. Hot take. They weren't fucking good before. If you here's the thing, King of Nostalgia right here, right? This kid right here, me. Older millennial, not the problematic elder millennial, but an older millennial here. Very deep in nostalgia. The snack wraps were shit then. They were shit more when you got a half a piece of crispy chicken or a half a piece of grilled chicken on it. And they're fucking worse now. The only reason you like the snack wraps is because it reminds you of a better time when your parents were still together, loved you, and you didn't have responsibilities. That is fucking it. They're also $2.99. They're triple the price that they fucking were. It's not fucking worth it. I'm calling it right now. These fucking suck.
Is that why I wasn't excited for him? Is because my
Yes!
parents have always been divorced?
And you've always been broke, so it doesn't matter. Also, I know your fucking order. You like the McChicken with cheese more than you did the crispy wraps, man. Like, you got the fat kid sandwich over a fucking snack wrap. Because for fuck's sake, it's a fucking tortilla that sat out all fucking day. A little bit of ranch.
But that is the problem I always had with the snack wrap, is anytime I did try to get one, all the sauce just sits in the bottom of it. So, like, by the time you get to anywhere towards the bottom, it just turns into a soupy mess. They weren't good.
Here's the thing. Then, so with the chicken selects, just a little peek behind the curtain for y'all. We're just going to say this real quick. When we had the chicken selects, you had certain chicken selects that you saved specifically for if a snack wrap came in. And let me tell you something, they weren't the ones that you would want on a fucking snack wrap. They're the fucking ones that look like a penis that's been snapped 3 times. Okay, just fucking like a Z. You basically draw Zorro's fucking initials with this shit. And you thought that was good? You thought that was good? And look, we're going to peek back the curtain even more. They got rid of the chicken selection. They're like, oh, you're just going to go ahead and use a half a piece of crispy chicken. Cool. You motherfuckers would come up and be like, yeah, can I get 1 crispy chicken wrap? Fucking 1? What am I going to do with this other fucking half a piece of crispy chicken that's just going to fucking sit here because no one else is going to order them because these snack wraps aren't good? And so you're going to have that. And so you know what, the next time, the timer goes off. You're supposed to throw that shit away. 50-50 on whether or not. You fucking throw that shit back in the deep fryer so it gets hot. You cut that thing. It's an hour-old double-fried piece of fucking chicken going on a snack wrap. And you're like, these are so good. It's not. It's because it was better back in 2005 when your parents still loved you. You were in high school. You had teen angst still. These fucking shit is shit, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. They're the most mid thing. McDonald's caved to peer pressure, which good on you guys for making them cave to peer pressure. But I think we could have done a lot better and more good than bringing back the fucking snack wrap. That's what I'm saying. We could have banded together so they lowered their fucking price so a fucking McDouble doesn't cost $2.50 anymore. A McChicken could be $1. We could have dollar drinks, but no, you people wanted snack wraps. You don't understand how the collective works. You don't understand it. It pisses me off. They're not good. They were never good, and they will never be good. And now they only have ranch and spicy. I hate you all.
They don't even have the good flavors now. So what's the point?
There's not.
What was the point?
There's not. There wasn't. And and here's the final curtain right here is now that what we did with the chicken selects, they're doing the same thing with the McCrispy strips. Now I give you the McCrispy strips because they're processed differently and thrown through a blender and subjugated so they fall apart. They're more uniform, so you probably will get a better piece of chicken. However, there's no flavor. You get ranch or spicy. Spicy. You could have done any spicy. What the fuck is that? Cayenne pepper, water, and buffalo sauce? What the fuck? Why? We could have done so much good. We could have forced their hand, brought back the dollar menu. But no, you wanted the snack wraps, and they're not even good. On other fast food news, White Castle White Castle slashed their prices. They're going back to like 89-cent burgers. Did you see that? Did you see that? You have a lot to go with that rant. I hope you enjoy clipping that.
That was
the
a
most
rant.
Fucking mid. They're so fucking mid. I hate it so much.
Oh,
I'm very excited to listen back to that to see what you edited to. Oh my god, hang on, let me see what my notes say. See if I have anything else right now.
About to say, if not, I got the thing to end out with.
Snack wraps. I have two things that I'd like to discuss if you have time.
Oh yeah, gotcha. I wasn't sure.
I want to shout out a TikTok creator. I do believe his name is Duke, and Duke Darien or Duke Darren. I do believe it's Duke Darien, Derrian. He works at like some sort of call center on a team. His attitude when he is talking to like people in HR and teammates is a whole vibe that I wish I had. This man is unbothered by everything and just speaks his mind in a way that I wish I could in corporate America. He is truly a hero amongst gods for the way he fucking does this shit. And I don't know if it's all fake or if it's like him talking to no one and just putting on skits or if he's actually on the phone call recording this shit. I do not care. It is just beautiful. And I just wanted to shout him out and say thank you because he's gotten me through so many a rough day when I've had to deal with stupid fucking people online. So
I honestly get the same I get the same feeling from there's a guy that I've come across on TikTok a few times.
It's the corporate sales guy?
No, it's not customer service. Well, Mike delivers bad news or something like that.
Oh, yes. I love Mike calls for bad news.
That guy cracks me up. The last one I had seen was just people getting so mad at him and him being like, I don't know why you're getting mad at me. Like, I'm not the one calling you all these things. I'm just calling you to tell you that somebody paid me to tell you these terrible things. Like, I'm not saying it personally. I don't know you.
There's another TikTok creator. I tried to find him before we started recording, and it always starts the same. He used to be in corporate sales. He's like, one thing that I miss about being in corporate sales is, and then he trails off on this like minute long, just like rant about how working in corporate sales was absolute bullshit because of management and higher ups, and like how they would always try to micromanage even though they had no idea what was going on. And he has one boss that he always talks about, and he's like, and this is why being with a toxic manager, shout out George. And then he's like, this is like, so fucking good. And I wish I could find him, and if I can, I'll send him to you. But like, he's my fucking favorite too. I don't know why I'm following all these corporate people now, but God, it helps me through my day. It really does. Um, the final thing that I wanted to talk about, and we don't have to talk about this week. I just wanted to like put this out in the ether. Do you remember the show Pants Off Dance Off
Sounds familiar.
that Jodie Sweden used to do, where people would call into MTV and they just dance and strip? But if you wanted to see them fully nude, you had to go to like MTV.com and like answer a bunch of questions and pay for it. I don't know why that popped into my head. Probably because my parents are currently watching like Christmas movies because it's Christmas in July on Hallmark. And so like Jodie Sweetin was in this movie and I was like, she used to host a show where everyone got naked. So it just made me laugh. And I wanted to throw that out in the ether and just remind people that show used to like we used to have TV, guys. Like anyone could do anything. That's what I'm saying. So I just wanted to throw that out in the ether. Yeah. So I have no other comment on it except for, remember that show existed?
Remember this show?
Remember this show? That's all it was. Yep. That's all I got. That's my entire list.
All right. Well, to end out, just something that's more, I would say my specialty realm of things that I know.
Yep.
There was a lot of MCU stuff that happened, and I'm just gonna end out the show with the dump of shit that has been coming out the last week.
Absolutely. I can't wait. Also, I need to say it right now. Shout out to Sacha Baron Cohen for being what I assume is the best representation of Mephisto that there has ever been. Because, like, that man fucking nailed it. So I felt scared of him. So good.
I loved it. Before anything, yes. He was the best Mephisto I could have ever asked for. The only other one we've ever gotten was the Nick Cage Ghost Rider movie. And even then, they didn't call him that. They were just like, the devil! Because the original comics, it was the devil. And it's like...
Didn't Constantine have... No, Constantine had Gabriel, right? Or Michael? With Keanu Reeves? Or did it have a Mephisto too?
DC.
Ah, you're right. I apologize entirely. You're right. That
took me a second. No, it's like...
Yeah, I was like, wait, that doesn't...
No.
Nope. Yep. That's right.
So no, we've never really had any actual Mephisto, and they've been building him up forever. So seeing him finally and just,
I can't believe it's an Ironheart
so
too.
Well.
Man, we were so sure.
Fucking things.
So sure in WandaVision, so sure in Agatha. Fucking nothing, and then fucking in Ironheart, they're like, no, it's actually Mephisto. Like, fuck me running, man.
So some recent news actually points me back to the things that we were saying back when WandaVision and Agatha came out.
I think we might have had him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We had a Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes. You had Robbie
Reyes, yeah.
Yes. Which is the third main Ghost Rider.
Yep.
Anyway.
Charger.
Yes. With Mephisto in there now, there is talks coming out that essentially what they're doing is Mephisto will be bringing back Scarlet Witch, which
makes sense.
If you're a little confused by that, they're making the Marvel Zombies spinoff here very soon. It comes out
very soon,
and they had clarified in that one, which had confused me at first, but they had clarified the Scarlet Witch in Marvel Zombies is the same Scarlet Witch for the MCU. Which is confusing until we get to this point now where they have Mephisto. So that brings me back to my point I had made when Agatha was going on.
Yep.
Scarlet Witch was never dead.
No.
At the end of Multiverse of Madness, when she had everything collapse on her, she was opening a portal to hell. That was the whole point of the Scarlet Witch. Mephisto's here now. Which means we're going to get that official shit that I was talking about, which was that she's not dead. She's literally trapped in hell because that's where she opened a portal to. And they just don't know what to do with her because I think they realized they fucked up doing it the way they did.
Yes.
But now it's coming out that, he's going to be bringing her back, and that's going to be a whole storyline for Mephisto, is what he's doing. Which, I'm okay with that. It makes sense that he would do it. We also got news that apparently Moon Knight Season 2 is happening, which is confusing.
Don't believe that until I see it.
3 months ago, they said that they were doing nothing with this, and now reports have come down that they were seen on set restarting productions. But people are saying it's for Moon Knight Season 2 because of the casting people that were there.
Sure.
But they haven't confirmed it. But people for that series were seen on set doing pre-production, so we'll see.
Do you have a Young Avengers news in there in your list or no?
No.
Okay, so it has come out recently that the Young Avengers is going to be a TV series, which I'm fine with. I'm 100% fine with that.
Okay.
It's going to be so much better than... And that the Young Avengers are going to deal more with the magical side of the Marvel Universe. So like
Makes
Midnight
sense.
Suns, Mephisto, throughout the TV series now, and the larger universe at large will tie in occasionally, much like the first few seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but in order to keep things more separate, like, it's going to be magic in the TV series, larger galactic conquest as a whole in the movies to kind of, like, keep both things running. And again, they'll cross paths. Like, Victor Von Doom will have to have some sort of magic, and Mephisto will show up here or there. But Mephisto will not be the big bad of the upcoming phases, because he's just going to be in the TV series for a while doing that until they need him and kind of reboot everything, right?
Speaking of Young Avengers, that reminds me of something. And it makes sense. I can see why they would do that now. Yep. There's been reports coming out that Disney was backtracking on their Kang shit, and that would be coming back. If they're gonna do Young Avengers, I get why.
Yep.
I get why, because we never got a lead-in for Iron Lad.
Nope.
I get they have Iron Heart, so I can see why Mephisto would be tying into that, because she's gonna need help now.
Yep.
But Iron Lad himself would make sense to be getting brought in now if they're gonna backtrack, because first of all, comic nerd that I am, for all of you at home and are confused why it makes sense, Fantastic Four is coming in.
Yep.
Iron Lad is Nathaniel Richards, who is, in one timeline, is the son of Franklin Richards before they had their own kids. Basically, he's related to Franklin, but he becomes Kang the Conqueror. Iron Lad is that teenager who goes back in time as Iron Lad to stop Kang, and then Kang ends up coming back and basically killing the Avengers because he wants to stop his variant self from stopping him. It's a whole thing.
Yep.
I can see why they'd say they're going to backtrack now, because I think they're seeing the connections of things that they could play with and that are just going to be wasted.
Yep.
But as I put it also, they were talking about after Avengers 6, so Secret Wars, by the way, it would be Secret Wars because we have Doomsday, then Secret Wars. So, that it's going to reboot the MCU. My thing with that is the only way you could do that is if you tell me you're getting a completely clean slate. And it's not a Iron Man snap and somebody's dead. No, like clean slate. Which my idea for that, and everyone just bear with me for a second, Loki owns the World Tree, and they have said that he would be reappearing in the next 2 Avenger movies, and they hadn't specified what the hell Loki was going to be doing. My thing, Galactus was also said to be the same for every universe, not just main and different universe. Like that is just who he is everywhere. So my thing was, the way to do that would be, they can't stop Galactus from doing what he's doing. Somehow get him to the World Tree, and basically just Loki being like, the only way to save everything is to burn it down and try to let it regrow. And we get some shit with Loki doing Loki bullshit magic like he does, but it somehow causes Galactus to try to eat the tree, which then destroys itself. That would give you a restarted timeline where you're not just like, this is a different universe, or like somebody snapped and now things are different. Like, no, that would literally be, you're building a new timeline. You're destroying what was there already and rebooting.
Yep.
Will they do that? Probably not. But that would make more sense than probably whatever it is they're going to do.
So here's the thing, and I'm fine with rebooting it. James Gunn, he kind of said it correctly in a recent interview. He's like, there is no superhero fatigue. There's just mid-movie fatigue. And I'm like, he has a valid point, because I was very excited for Thunderbolts. Even though people shit on that movie, I really liked Thunderbolts.
So did I.
And, yeah, see, that's a good movie. And I'm really excited for Superman, even though people are shitting on it. What I need from the MCU is to do what Superman is doing. I don't need Iron Man to be the first superhero on the planet. I need there to be an established guild of some kind. Thor exists. Fucking anything exists. Ghost Rider can exist. Make sure there's things already in the, like, just have the X-Men there and the Fantastic Four. Everyone can get along and like introduce them as you need, and not like it's Iron Man 1 and then Captain America and then Iron Man 2 and then Thor and then Thor and then and then Iron Man 3 and Avengers and Hulk. I'm like, I don't need that.
I think they've been kind of slowly rebooting things in their own way in this phase. Like,
I would agree.
They've kind of been doing that already, so we'll see where things go. But also, shut the fuck up, people on the internet, about Superman. I swear to God, if I see more shit, because I've seen enough. I'm not a Superman fan, but I know a lot of people on the internet who are like big Superman fans. And if all of those people are telling me you need to see this because it's the best Superman movie I've ever seen, I'm going to go see it, and you can shut the fuck up with all the dumb shit that I see people yelling about. I'm not seeing anything that says it's a bad movie.
I've seen it much the same way that people are like, so two things, right? There's much the same way that people are bitching about Jurassic World Rebirth, being like, oh, it's just, I enjoyed that movie. And here's the thing, I don't enjoy all movies. I will straight up tell you if I did not enjoy a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I straight up have been like, I did not like 28 Years Later. The best part of that movie is Ralph Fiennes rubbed down in iodine. That just did something for me. The rest of the movie, and I've rewatched 28 Days and 28 Weeks. 28 Weeks kind of doesn't hold up right now, but 28 Days is really good. And so, like, take 28 Years as it is. I really enjoyed it. There's one person that I accept criticism from Jurassic Park Rebirth. And do you know who Mateo Lane is?
I've heard the name, yes.
He's got a special on Hulu, and he does a podcast with, like, they're both gay, his gay friend, who's like just this really pale white skinny dude. He goes on a rant, and I think I sent it to you on TikTok or
yeah, you did.
That guy about the family like that. I 100% accept that plot point, because I felt very similar through the movie. Minus, I didn't want them all to die, but like for the most part, that is exactly how I felt. Still a good movie for me, though. And so the people that are shitting on Superman be like, "You guys, it's the first time it's the start of a new, like, you have to give it a chance, otherwise you're not going to get your Green Lantern, you're not going to get your Batman, you're not going to get your Creature Commando season 2. Remember, we've talked about this. The first one has to work in order to get the rest. It's why when you have these kind of stage plans and someone fucks it up, you don't get the rest. Go see the fucking movie if you want Batman and Green Lantern and Creature Commandos. And more Peacemaker. Fuck off!
So coming out of DC, there was also while James Gunn was doing interviews for Superman.
Yeah.
Somebody asked him about, so what are the other projects coming, whatever, and they asked him about Batman, and he literally, in the interview, he goes, actually, funny enough, he just sent me the first script over for the next Batman movie. And they're like, really? He's like, yeah, it's funny. It's almost like everybody yelling at him to get a script and get a Batman movie made. He just sent me one now, so I guess you guys can get off his back now.
Right. Yeah, no. Again, you have to see the first one in order for it to make money, so people will. So here's the thing. My plea to everyone that listens to it, even if you don't want to go see Superman, buy the ticket online and don't go see it. Just buy the ticket online, don't go see it. If you don't want to see it, pay the $7 to support the movie so we can get the Green Lantern Corps, so we can get the fucking Batman, so we can get the Justice League, so we can get a good fucking Flash and Green Lantern, or and like Cyborg movie. Yeah, again, we talk about this all the time on the goddamn podcast.
Yeah, we do.
Where if you don't support the first one, even if you have a grandiose 10-year plan, if the first one doesn't fucking work, you don't get the rest. It's what happened with the Divergent series. It's what happens with the Mortal Instruments series. It's what happened with the Golden Compass thing. If you don't see the first one and the first one doesn't fucking make money, you don't get the rest. Off my soapbox now.
It is true.
But yeah.
Well, for the ending of our show, I'll just give you guys some behind the scenes of things that are going on, things that we have going on.
Yep.
So first up, if you're not following us on Twitter, you should. You should go over to Twitter and follow us at OddcastN. Because we're in a bunch of polls, and by the time this comes out, the poll will be over. But while we're recording, we are once again in the bracket against Project Football, which we're winning somehow. Somehow we are winning, and I don't know how.
Not all 12 of my burner accounts voting for us. I didn't pay a bunch of people for fake accounts to go on and vote for us. That's not anything I would do.
But we're in these polls and tournaments all the time. I've talked with the guys behind the scenes, but just I've been involved in a bunch of different group texts and
Jared's
chats
been very
and shit.
busy. Jared's so
it's
tired.
been fun.
Jared's so tired. Jared's so tired.
It's been fun and interesting.
Jared's so tired.
Go check out Paranormal Pursuits, because they have the first episode out with me where I was a guest spot on with the Bar Banter podcast. The second episode they have coming out, I believe, this week. It's either this week or next week. But I was with The Place to Be, a Seinfeld podcast, which I had to go listen to their show, and I enjoyed their show. If you enjoy Seinfeld, go check that out. They have a lot of good detail information and interviews with a shit ton of people from that show. An insane amount of people from that show have stopped on there. But that was a lot of fun too. With that, there's going to be more details on things like that. There may be other shows that come down the pipeline at someday. Too many people going on about things, but we're working on changes for Good Pods. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's fair. It's a podcasting app that promoted itself as for all indie podcasters, but as anything, it's tended to go towards the bigger ones.
Right.
And there's some guys in that group who have gotten in touch with the owner of Good Pods and we're now talking about our award show, our polls, the shit that we're doing right now. They're talking about incorporating that into Good Pods itself, and now I'm in an admin group that we're talking about all those changes and things they want to do. So who knows where that's going
Jared's
to go.
so tired. He's just so tired. He's been so busy. He's so tired. He's so tired.
I still have to do a bunch of game recording this week while Sergeant Redacted's gone. So I'm so tired. But go follow us on all those. We also have patreon.com/oddcastn. I got all the episodes up early. Zathura just went up last night, so that one is up on Patreon early for you.
Bad fucking movie.
Was.
So bad. If you want to learn where Maverick's hatred of children started, it's that fucking movie. Go listen to that.
Movie's so bad. So there's that. We'll also have Star Kid, our 304 point. Will also be out soon, and you'll hear that before this one. But yeah,
and then upcoming we will have a special episode that we will eventually record, probably sometime next week, where we're gonna watch Tropic Thunder, or we watched Tropic Thunder, and we're gonna talk about Tropic Thunder finally. So that was where Jared got sick and I had a headache, so it just didn't work out. So, but I have 5 pages of notes on Tropic Thunder. I forgot just how much I loved that movie, and it still fucking holds up. And Tom Cruise is a national treasure. I don't care what anyone says. So,
other than that, go check all those out. We're having a lot of fun. Also, make sure you're checking out the YouTube Oddcast Network, because we have all the video versions, and there's things that are going there that you don't get other places. Like, I just did a whole Ozzy video I'm editing right now. Like, there's extra shit that goes on YouTube, so go check those out. Stay out, stay happy. We'll catch you on the next one.
bye everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.